Hello, folks. I'm Detroit Miracle. Yes, and indeed. Right now, I am here to review the film trailer for the 2026 movie called David, King of Israel. Oh, yeah, folks, this is another biblical inspired epic film which pertains to the king of Israel, David. I believe David was the first king of Israel, a descendant from the Exodus tribes, which were led out by Moses. So the promised land, of course, was Israel. And David eventually settled in as his king, and the capital had to be Jerusalem. And they built the temple in Jerusalem. Just say everything jived and happened, of course, as it was written. And of course, David started that lineage. And after him, of course, Solomon came. This particular movie pertains to a younger David. He's not an older David that settled into his years with much age and wisdom. I believe it pertains to the younger David that slayed Goliath, and they didn't skip ahead and make him older. They kept him the same age, and I believe he captured the throne earlier on because in the trailer, I believe they put on a crown near the end. Okay, so the David, which would become king, wasn't initially a royal type of citizen. He didn't come from royalty, but instead he was ordained a protector of Israel or savior of Israel. He fought with his army against, of course, David, Goliath, that whole thing, the Goliath army, which was led by the giant Goliath. So I think he stood against impossible odds in that particular story plot that was very, very famous, of course, and is much well received to this day. So he, despite the giant having much more strength, power, and of course, character of evil, which was very, very terrifying, David stood up, controlled his fear, and toppled the giant monster. Okay, so recently I sat down to watch this trailer, so I'm going to review it right here before your very ears, you listeners. Okay, let's go. Okay, the film starts off very clear. There's motioning effects in this particular biblical tale. So it looks to be top quality. I believe it's coming on Prime TV, a streaming service. It's not yet out. Okay, they're showing David as a younger boy. He's joined the army, and a prominent figure says he's the protector of Israel. But God proclaimed him that, so he was given that title and that role and function to perform, and he carried it out, of course. All right, they're drifting in between different scenes, and they make sense. David is the standout character in many of the scenes that they're showing. They're showing him at different times of the day, including at nighttime. He's destined to topple Goliath, but at first very few have faith in him as a soldier because he's skinny, a bit scrawny. Okay, now he's shown swinging the sling, he's shown leading the army into victory. Yep, now the army seems to support him now since he's slayed the giant. And now they're showing a crown being placed on his head. They're not giving much away on this trailer, but they give enough to keep you interested in it. All right, folks, let me know how you feel about this one.